Yo, it is your boy Nice versus Wild, and you're listening to another episode of Beer Wall Sessions. Thank you for tuning in. Yet another week, yet another session. It's session number 89 Mondays in a row. Can you believe it? Man, it's been a heck of a start to 2024. I've got to be completely honest. It's probably been one of the most busiest periods in my whole life. Not gonna lie, I've done so many projects this month already, which I'm literally playing catch up on, and I'm so grateful to be able to do what I love consistently on a day-to-day basis. And these beer wall sessions really just ground me every single week to, just to help me remind myself how genuinely grateful I am to be able to do this every single week. So if you've been listening since episode number 1 and you've been following the journey, whether it's an entrepreneurial journey, whether it's a change maker journey, whether it's a creative journey, I am so beyond grateful that you're here this week and listening every single week. Now, we're in for a heck of an episode. As you know, I love doing micro sessions and just knocking out ideas that's really impacted me and resonated with me over the last sort of week and a bit. And I think one of the greatest things as an entrepreneur that you go through is the constant doubt of, like, in your own mind, and then also and externally, of like realizing how can I actually grow my business or my idea. And I really want to just dive into this really quickly in this session, and hopefully inspire you guys this week to really go into this week with a lot of momentum and a lot of heart, and hopefully get you guys going in the right direction. Now, if this is your first time listening and you don't know who the heck I am, my name is Nigel Sashil. I'm a full-time creative entrepreneur from South Auckland. I was born in a rural Fijian village called Lambasa, Bunileka, and my mission in life is to write a story that beats longer than my heart. Now, I'm recording this in my room in NZ. It's honestly just chucking this on an iPhone this week and recording this because I don't want to miss out on the session, and obviously give you guys as many learnings as I possibly can. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, go check out the visuals. It's really one of the greatest Nice versus Wild freestyles you've ever seen. But I want to talk about this quite in detail, because a lot of times we get stuck in a rut where we feel like that we're not really making much ground in our business because we don't know the strategies, the underground planning, the what's required to execute, and what's going to get us the results and the outcomes that we want, especially when we're starting out in our business journey, in our creative journey, or even as an artist, whatever you want to call it. I think a lot of times we feel like when we sell a product or a service, we so emphasize on like learning and perfecting a product or service, where we don't realize that one of the greatest things as an entrepreneur we should be able to upskill on is our abilities to articulate the feelings behind our product and service. And I really want to dive into this because I feel like it's very underrated, because we don't spend too many times understanding why people buy and why people tend to go for a certain experiences compared to other experiences in life, or why people tend to go for your competitors compared to your own product and services that you offer. And I just really want to dive into this a little bit this week. And I know Beer Wolf right now has a lot of broad listeners, but I assure you, whatever line of craft you're in at the moment, I think this episode is still going to resonate with a bunch of people. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, I think it's going to make impact, and I know it. I remember when I was 21, 22, 23, I was a little bit of a lost goat, and like I always say, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was very curious. I was very in a discovery mindset. I kept trying things and I kept failing. And I think it was such a great learning in that period of my life where I realized that it was my ability to learn how to communicate. It was my ability to be able to learn how I communicate my value across to an audience, to a market, to a client base, to a customer base, that's really going to serve me in the long run. And I kind of like started to practice quite a bit in my 20s, and I'm only benefiting the results of it now in my 30s. And it's been a fun ride. It's been a heck of a ride. And obviously I'm beyond grateful that I get to do this every single Monday. But I just want to say that a lot of times, especially when we're starting out, we put a lot of emphasis on perfecting a certain product or service or whatever it is. And I want to encourage you today that this is not always time spent wisely. Now, I'm not saying that having amazing proof of work, amazing product and service isn't going to get leads or isn't going to get sales or isn't going to get a market attention. What I am saying is what's really going to help you to go the distance is being able to articulate feelings. And look at some of the biggest brands in the world. Like, look at Apple, look at Coca-Cola, look at McDonald's, look at literally Samsung, look at all the big brands and really deeply think about why people use their products. And I think you'll find the answer is that people sometimes even hate the interface of products, but they still go for it because it's the type of status, this type of look, type of feeling they get. Like when, for example, when someone buys a Rolex, it's a status pull, 100%, or it's like a conversation starter, if you know what I mean. And it's the feelings that are attached to our product and services which people are always buying. So I'm going to be honest, no one ever really gives a shit about what you're selling or what you're trying to sell or who the fuck you are. What they really care about is how is it going to make their life easier. All right. So you need to keep this in the forefront of your mind, and everything that you create, everything that you're bringing to life, or anything that you're trying to get some sort of income to create sustainability. Now, this is obviously different if it's like a passion project or if you're doing something out of your heart that you're doing for self-improvement or personal development, which is a different concept, which we do talk about a lot in Be a Wolf, right? And there's nothing wrong with doing something to develop your own identity. And I'm all for that type of stuff. But if you're trying to create sustainability and trying to create a business that can withstand market change, that can really withstand time over change of other competitors, you need to be able to show people the feelings that they will get when they touch your product, when they feel your service, and the experience and the client journey that you can create to be able for people to remember you. Now, I'll give you an example, right? In most of my businesses, I've realized that the work will come if you make the experience good. And if you look at all my businesses, go read the reviews and all of that on Google, you'll realize that there's a pattern here of what always happens. And it's the pattern that we want to make people feel at every project that we show up at or every event that we potentially go at as creatives. And it's also the feelings that we create when I have conversations. Say if I do a keynote and the messaging that I want to get across on stage, or say if I have a conversation with a bunch of kids in a classroom, the conversation I want to leave across and the impact that I want to get across and the feelings that I want to create in their hearts and their minds so they feel inspired and maybe give them a hope and inspiration so they can pursue the things that they care about. And I'm not even selling a product. On Be a Wolf sessions, I hardly ever sell anything. And it's because my product is the experience that I'm speaking through these phones and the feelings that you get while you're listening to it. And that's just an example, right? And I just want to make you realize that you showing up every single week, right, is showing me that there's something in you that's got a lot of heart, a lot of ambition, and you've got the change maker mindset where you can go about and withstand a lot of adversity, withstand a lot of impact, and really have the courage to fight for what you feel like is right. And I think when you put yourself in a room where you can realize the value that you can create, and realize the feelings that you can create in others, and really just focus on just being a good person when it comes to business. And a lot of times there's a stereotype that you have to be some sort of a hustler or some sort of person or persona to be able to be a good person in business. And I'm a big believer that if you can just make people feel good consistently, time and time again, money is just an outcome. It's just an end result that's always going to come by. And if I'm completely honest, I'm so confident in my own abilities to be able to, create a business, create cash flow, create capital, create an idea, and still be able to generate money and just be able to bring money in, because I know who I am as a person and the values that I carry. So if you feel stuck right now, just really do a self-reflection and take full responsibility for everything that you're doing in your business, if you're a business owner, and realize that you are in control 24/7. And if you aren't being a person that people want to interact with, why would they care to buy your product and your services? Hands down. They don't give a shit about your product and services if you don't make them feel good or make them happy or make their life easier. So I just want to leave you with that conversation this week and really just think about that you're in control of the outcomes that you make, and money and all the things that make you sustainable, and being able to do your creative ventures or your ventures that make you happy or make you travel or whatever rich life that you're pursuing. And everybody's rich life is different. I 100% agree. And if you whatever you're trying to pursue and whatever freedom that you're trying to create, it all starts with the how you make people feel. So I want you to remember this one tip for the rest of your life. It's probably going to change your life if you change this conversation. All right. Don't ever ask people how they are. Don't just say, how are you? Never. Always ask how they are feeling. And this is programming your mind to be able to have conversations about feelings, then just have conversations about how you feel, how you are. How you are is very transactional. It's very like blah. It's very early 2000s to me. But you get what I mean. Ask people how they're feeling consistently, whether it's your family members, whether it's your team members, whether you're a leader in an organization, whether you're a CEO, whether you're a community member, whether you're just you're a person sitting in that KFC drive-through like I was when I was 16, 21, whatever age I was, in that KFC drive-through, and asking people in that window, how you feeling today? How you feeling today? How you feeling today? Always talk in feelings. Don't ever talk in just like how you are. Like, always ask people how they're feeling, not just how they are. So the word feeling can really make an impact in your business. And if you can understand and realize that emotions trigger action, whether it's a click of a button in your shop car, whether it's an interaction that leads you to an opportunity, a bigger opportunity, or it helps you to build relationships. If you can really articulate your value in feelings, you'll be able to sell any product and service, and you'll be able to create your own sustainability. You won't have to worry for generations and generations if you can build a skill set, and just really just back yourself, man. Just put all money on you if you have to, right? And just really understand that not many people have the skill set. And if you can develop this, I'm not saying you can't learn the skill set. I'm saying that you can develop the skill set over time and time again. And if you're in the startup phase and you're 21, 22, 23, listening to this, 16, 17, whatever you want to call it, and you're like, shit, how do I even do that? Just practice, just over and over again. Stop chasing perfection. Stop chasing the perfect product. Stop looking at everybody else that's 10 years ahead of you. All right? Remember, this is you versus you, motherfucker. You got this. All right? All right, I just want to leave you with that before I get too passionate and start swearing on the session. We're about 14 minutes into the session, and I just wanted to talk about feelings and sales conversations, feelings and products and services, and really feelings overall that make up life. And hopefully that inspires you this week to really tackle all your problems, all your challenges, take full fucking responsibility in your business ventures, in your creative ventures, in your artist ventures, and even as a change maker, you can do all these things and apply it to your life. So keep being you, keep being a wolf. Thank you for listening every single week. If you've been enjoying these sessions, make sure you go chuck us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And I'll keep showing up every single Monday. And as you know, I'm in this journey with you every single week, and I've been running my own businesses, and I've been doing things on the deep end. I haven't been showing up consistently on Be a Wolf, making videos and stuff, but I'm still recording these podcast sessions every single week because I've just been so deep in. Even when I don't show up, doesn't mean I'm not working in the background. There's a lot of business strategy stuff that I'm doing that's like 10-year building at the moment, and we're on a mission to develop Be a Wolf as a big sort of education platform later in the next couple of years. So that's definitely not off the cards just yet. So let's keep rolling with it, and I will catch you guys next Monday. That's session number 89 Mondays in a row. I will catch you guys next week. Keep being you, keep being a wolf. Let's go. Damn, that was a good one.